Congress has warned just last Thursday that North Korea is capable of attacking the United States of America today. Like, wow, with a nuclear bomb that would indefinitely shut down the electric power grid and kill about 90% of all Americans within 1 year. Of course, you'd get diseased and you start to tip over one by one, right? I mean, can this be right? Holy smokes, congressional commissions have said that the threat has never been higher. And then so many people on the left are mad, annoyed, vexed with the president when he talks about Rocket Man and what he will do to him. Ho, get over your annoyance. I mean, if this is half true, 90%? Really? This to me is shocking, and so many people overlook it in the press. They're too busy talking about how bad the president is and how dumb he is, right? When in fact you have things like this going on. Again, if it's only half right, you need a reaction. So if you know somebody's coming to get you, and sometimes maybe you should hit them first. I mean, war is not pleasant. I mean, I ain't a warmonger, but I'm just telling you that you got some pretty serious stuff being said, and you know that these people, the people that the press, the fake news, and so many liberals are mad at, not only the president, but his group. I mean, you know that they're working at midnight, 1 in the morning, and a lot of these guys are in their late 60s, early 70s. You know what? It's a tough job, and they have a lot of material to work with because there's a lot of goofs out there with these other countries. And I know when the president ran as a candidate, he said, it's America first, and so many of us thought, he's not going to deal with these other people, but there might not be an America if this kind of continues. So, you got mixed feelings all of the time, but you got to be so aware of this. And thank goodness that we do have people in power, that some of them do have minds. And I hope good sense kind of prevails. In Canada, they have an NDP government in Alberta. NDP stands for New Democrat Party, which is a socialist party. And a socialist, of course, is that's another story. Hey, let's all be equal as long as I have more. That's what most socialists feel. And recently in the news, there were 4 NDP socialist people that took a taxi cab, and they work with a mental health part of a government, right? Kind of fits for them, just saying. And 4 of them had to go to Medicine Hat, which is south, 2-3 hour drive or something from Calgary. And so they took a taxi cab. All smart people would do that, right? And their cab fare was $760. So many people are saying, well, you shouldn't have done that. That's kind of bad. And they're saying, well, it's cheaper than a plane. There was 4 of us, and and that is true. But we wanted to drive, and we didn't want to take 4 cars, and we're not smart enough to figure out that you could take 1 car. And I looked at it, and I travel a fair amount. And my first thought was, well, why wouldn't you go to the airport, Avis? You rent a car, it costs you $50 a day, and you drive down, and 4 of you go in the car, another $10 for gas. So you got $60 instead of $760, and one of you drives. Don't you have licenses, or you also blah, 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 blah. Just sharing with you. 100 years ago now, communist people seized the Winter Palace in Russia and installed the world's first communist government. A communist is a socialist in a hurry, by the way. And so Alberta, get used to it, because there's one coming to a place near you, don't you know? Justin Trudeau, he's the Prime Minister of Canada, and recently he made news by saying this. This is a headline. I am raising my children. I think he's got 2 boys and 1 daughter. I'm not so sure I'm right on that, but he's got a son or some sons. I'm raising my children to be feminists. This is coming from a leader of a country, right? I'm raising my children to be feminists. This is also the same leader of a country that just can't go to enough gay pride parades, and that special group of homosexual people is his main interest. And now he's raising his children to be feminists. He's already told us as Canadians, I happen to be one, I have been for a while, and a long time. He has told us that we all need to be, as men, more feminist. What does that mean? I'm almost scared to really find out, but what does it mean? Ugh. But I remember men were men and women were glad they were. I mean, we're not the same. There are some differences. I actually noticed that many years ago, and being a little smarter than most, right? And they have a different swagger than us, just saying. So a feminist, there's all kinds of things we can do. But bottom line, I'm embarrassed. How are you all doing? You all come back here tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.